Beloved child, come. Come and rest in the deep assurance of my unfailing love. Let this moment become sacred, a place where your heart can settle, your thoughts can slow, and your soul can breathe again. Allow your body, mind, and spirit to gently relax in my presence. Whatever is troubling you, lay it down now. Hand it over to me. You don't have to carry it anymore. Let go of the tension wrapped around your chest. Release the worries circling in your mind. Surrender every weight that presses upon your soul. For I am here, and my love is your refuge. Can you sense how wide, how long, how high, and how deep my love is for you? It stretches farther than the eye can see, reaches deeper than your greatest sorrow, and rises higher than your boldest dreams. Rejoice, my child, because this marvelous love is yours, not just for today, but for eternity. It is not conditional. It does not waver. It has no end. And what is the most beautiful response you can give to this gift so glorious? A life steeped in thankfulness. Each time you whisper thank you are acknowledging that I am your Lord, your provider, your ever-present help. This is the sacred posture of a true child of God, to receive with open hands and a heart full of gratitude. So bring me your offering, the sacrifice of gratitude. Even when life feels heavy, even when tears fall freely, bring your thanks. Watch closely how I respond. Watch and see how I pour out my blessings in ways that overflow, in ways that surprise and comfort you. Cast every anxiety, every fear, every unanswered question onto me. Don't hold back. I care for you more deeply than you can comprehend. My hands are open, stretched toward you, ready to lift the burdens that weigh so heavily on your heart. Will you let me? In the stillness of your soul, there is peace. Not the kind the world gives, fleeting and fragile, but the peace that comes only from me. A peace that transcends all understanding. It's the kind of peace that guards your heart when chaos surrounds you, that steadies your mind when everything else trembles. Remember, my child, in my presence, there is fullness of joy, not partial joy, not momentary laughter, but fullness. And at my right hand, pleasures that endure forever. I am your source of comfort when pain tries to silence you. I am your strength when your knees are weak and your spirit feels weary. Lean into me in your sorrow. Laugh with me in your celebration. Your life, my beloved, is a beautiful tapestry, a weaving of challenges and triumphs, of shadows and light, and I am present in every thread, guiding your story with love. I pray over you that from my glorious riches you may be strengthened with power. Through my Spirit in your inner being, may Christ dwell richly in your heart through faith. Let your roots go deep into my love. Let your foundation be built on it. And may you, together with all my people, grasp just how vast, how endless, how magnificent this love truly is. This love surpasses knowledge. It goes beyond reason. And through it, you will be filled, completely filled, with all the fullness of God. I am the vine. You are the branch. Stay connected to me, for apart from me, you can do nothing. But with me, you will bear fruit that lasts. You will live a life of purpose anchored in hope. Let my words dwell in you richly, not just as verses memorized, but as truth lived. Let them be the firm foundation under your feet, especially in seasons of uncertainty. Cling to my promises. They are your anchor, steady and unshakable. Know this, I do not change. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My love for you is not shifting like the shadows. It is unwavering, eternal, steady. You, my beloved, are my delight. In you I am well pleased. Walk boldly in the confidence of this love. Let it shield you like armor. Let it strengthen you from within. Let it illuminate every step of your path. Seek first my kingdom and my righteousness, and everything else, everything you need, will be added to you. So now, as we continue resting in the confidence of my unfailing love, I remind you once more, I am your refuge. I am your strength. I am your ever-present help in times of trouble. In every storm, every challenge, every uncertain moment, know this: you are not alone. Therefore, do not fear, even if the very ground beneath you begins to shake, even if the mountains collapse and tumble into the heart of the sea. Let the world tremble if it must. But you, my child, be still. Take a deep breath and know, with unwavering certainty, that I am God. I reign above all. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Nothing can stop the glory of my name. Let your life become a living testimony. Yes, a beautiful and shining testimony of my love and my faithfulness. When you walk into a room, may others feel hope. When you speak, let your words reflect the compassion and grace that come from me. Be a light in the darkness. Be a source of comfort and encouragement to the weary and the broken. For in my love, there is no fear. None. Perfect love, my perfect love, casts out every trace of fear. So walk boldly, knowing that you are deeply loved. Live joyfully, for joy is your strength, and love deeply, for love is the greatest of all. My grace is sufficient for you. You may feel weak at times, but know this: my power is made perfect in your weakness. When you are low, I am lifting you. When you stumble, I am the hand catching you. I am with you always, even to the very end of the age. My love strengthens you. My spirit fills you. And my presence empowers you to face each new day with hope in your eyes and courage in your heart. I invite you, beloved, to step out in faith, even if that means going out on a limb. It's there, in that place of risk, that you will find me leading you with tenderness and wisdom. Yes, I know how appealing it is to stay safe, to avoid anything that feels uncertain. But the truth is, your longing for safety can quietly become a barrier to your faith. It can keep you from stepping into the deeper waters of trust where I want to take you. Your desire to walk closely with me must be stronger than your fear of the unknown. Now, you are standing at a pivotal crossroads in your spiritual journey. And to truly follow me, to walk in wholehearted obedience, you must loosen your grip on the need to control every outcome. You must release your instinct to always play it safe. Let me guide you, step by step, moment by moment. Keep your eyes fixed on me. And even if the road feels dangerous, even if you don't know what lies ahead, you will walk without fear. Because with every step you take, I walk beside you. My sovereign presence surrounds you, covering you with my peace, shielding you from harm, and embracing you in every season of life. Even though you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, even there, you need not fear evil. For I am with you. My rod and my staff, they comfort you. My hand leads you. My love sustains you. Let these words anchor your soul in seasons of uncertainty. When shadows loom large and questions multiply, remember who I am. I am the Lord who never forsakes those who seek me. I have never failed, and I never will. My faithfulness is a well that never runs dry. My love is a river that never stops flowing. And when you seek me, when you truly seek me with all your heart, you will find me. And in finding me, you will also find the strength, the courage, and the peace that you need to face whatever may come. My child, whoever serves me must follow me. And where I am, my servant will be also. My Father honors those who follow me, not with fleeting applause or earthly riches, but with eternal joy and kingdom purpose. To serve me is to follow me, and to follow me often means taking paths that others cannot understand, paths that may appear risky or unconventional. But these are the roads where faith comes alive. These are the trails where trust is forged in fire, where belief becomes sight. So come, follow. I do not call you to a life of comfort or predictability. I call you to a life of faith, a life of purpose, a life of beautiful surrender. Let us keep walking, you and I. There is so much more I want to show you, and so, beloved, as we continue together, resting, reflecting, and surrendering, I invite you to deepen your trust in me. Understand this: the way of faith was never meant to be free of challenges. It is not a smooth, predictable trail where every question is answered in advance. No, it is a sacred journey, a walk marked not by certainty and circumstances, but by confidence in my sovereignty and grace. To trust me fully is to step forward even when the path is hidden in mist, even when storms gather around you. Along this road, you will encounter moments when your faith will be tested. You may feel the tremble of fear, the weight of uncertainty pressing on your chest. But remember, it is precisely in those moments that your trust in me becomes real, refined, and radiant. I never asked you to walk without challenge. I asked you to walk with me, to rely not on your own strength, but on my promises that never fail. Think back to the words spoken to Mary, a young girl chosen for a divine mission. The Holy Spirit will come upon you, and the power of the Most High will overshadow you. So the Holy One to be born will be called the Son of God. Such a mystery, unfathomable yet entirely true. The Word became flesh and dwelled among you. My glory, my heart, revealed in the form of my Son, full of grace, overflowing with truth. This is the cornerstone of your faith, a love so vast, a grace so pure it bends heaven toward earth. And then there were the wise men, quiet, determined travelers who followed the light of a distant star. They saw the sign in the east, and without hesitation, they set out on a long and uncertain road. Through deserts, through darkness, through unfamiliar lands, they walked by faith. Until finally, the star stopped, hovering above the place where I, the Christ child, lay. Imagine their joy. Imagine the light in their eyes as they knelt before me with trembling hearts and open hands. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh, treasures laid down in humble worship. But more than these gifts, they offered their wonder, their awe, and their hearts. Their journey was not just about arriving. It was about worshiping every step of the way. And that, my dear child, is the kind of journey I invite you into. In your everyday life, in your comings and goings, your laughter and your pain, carry the same heart of reverence. Let your soul follow my light with joy, just as theirs did. Let your time, your gifts, your talents, and your love be laid before me, not just in grand gestures, but in the quiet rhythm of your daily devotion. Each prayer you whisper, each act of kindness, each moment you pause to worship, they are offerings more precious than gold. They rise before me like incense, a sweet aroma of faith and surrender. In moments of doubt, when confusion clouds your vision, lift your eyes to me. I am your star, your compass, your unchanging guide. In me, you will find the clarity you seek, the peace you long for, and the strength to carry on. Do you feel my light shining on you now? Can you sense my nearness as I walk beside you, guiding you through each circumstance, holding your hand when your steps are uncertain? Stay close. Keep your heart open and attuned to my voice. Be ready to move when I call. Watch for my signs, my nudges, my whispers in the wind. Just as I led the wise men to the manger, I am leading you now, to places of blessing, to deeper encounters with my grace, to moments where truth and wonder meet. So rest in me, beloved. Let your soul settle into the quiet assurance of my love. Let your heart be filled with awe at the mystery of my incarnation. God with you, God for you, God in you. Worship me not just in words, but in spirit and truth. And let your life itself, yes, your very breath, be a living testament to the light I have placed inside you. You are not alone. I am here, loving you, guiding you, blessing you every step of the way. So now, come, rest in my healing presence, and let your time with me be a sanctuary for your soul. I know, my beloved, how quickly your thoughts can dart ahead, chasing plans, tackling problems, replaying worries that haven't even fully arrived. Life has a way of pushing your mind into a constant state of motion, doesn't it? Yet, even in the midst of that whirlwind, I gently call you back. Back to me. Back to this sacred pause. Here, in the stillness of my presence. I invite you to breathe, to be, to let go. Allow the soft light of my love to settle over you like morning dew, soaking deep into your heart, refreshing every part of your weary spirit. This quiet communion we share is not just a moment to be marked on a calendar. It is a holy exchange. It's where I prepare you for what lies ahead. It's where I steady your soul and fortify your heart. When you linger with me, you are being strengthened in ways you cannot always see. You may think, but there's so much to do. And I understand. The tasks, the emails, the demands, they all call for your attention. But I whisper to you, do not rush. Don't treat our time together as another obligation, a box to be checked. Let it be the anchor that holds you. When you choose me first, when you turn down the volume of the world to tune in to my still small voice, you are choosing what is better. And as I've promised, that better part will never be taken from you. Remember the invitation from Psalm 105. Look to the Lord and His strength. Seek His face always. Not sometimes. Not only when the world is falling apart. Always. In every hour, in every moment, seek my face. For it is in these moments, small, sacred, unnoticed by the world, that I give you the strength your soul craves. Think of Mary and Martha, the two sisters from the Gospel of Luke. While Martha was consumed by the busyness of service, Mary sat quietly at my feet. She chose presence over productivity. And what a precious choice it was. She wasn't lazy, she was wise. She saw that the better portion wasn't in doing, but in being. Being with me, listening, resting, letting my words wash over her heart. I invite you to take on Mary's posture today. Don't let the tyranny of urgency steal the peace I've prepared for you. In my presence, let your soul exhale. Let your mind loosen its grip. Let your shoulders soften from the weight they've carried too long. Yes, the world will keep spinning. Yes, distractions will keep knocking. But only one thing is needed: time with me. This is where your soul is fed. This is where your spirit comes alive again. When you sit with me, I remind you who you are and whose you are. You remember that you are not alone. You remember that my grace is enough. So come, not because you have to, but because your heart longs to. Come not out of guilt or fear, but with a desire to reconnect. Let my peace fill the places where anxiety used to live. Let my wisdom sort through the noise in your mind. Let my joy rise up in your heart like the morning sun. Carry this peace with you through the day. Let it linger like the warmth of sunlight on your face. And when the world tries to steal your stillness, come back. Even for a moment, just enough to remember, I am with you. Now breathe. Let your thoughts slow. Let your spirit rest. And as your mind becomes quiet in my presence, notice how your body follows, unclenching, unwinding, finding calm. This is not just a break. This is transformation. This is awareness. And here, in this place of peace, I am speaking still. It is vital, truly vital, for your spiritual well-being to create space for my presence. This practice is not optional. It is your spiritual lifeline in the midst of a noisy, restless, ever-changing world. You, my beloved, live in a complex reality, one that's far more intricate than what you perceive with your physical senses. While you move through the familiar three dimensions of space and the linear path of time, there is another layer to your existence, a sacred layer, one that transcends what is seen and felt. It is the dimension of divine openness, the realm where your spirit becomes attuned to my presence. This spiritual dimension is not imaginary. It's not reserved for mystics or saints of old. It is real, accessible, and available to you here and now. This dimension offers you fleeting glimpses of heaven, even while your feet are still firmly planted on this earth. It's like a window into eternity, clear, still, and filled with light. It's not escapism. It's deeper awareness. From the very beginning, this was my design for you. Think back. Yes, back to the origin of all things. In the garden, in Eden, Adam and Eve walked with me. Not in fear, not in ritual, but in communion. In the cool of the day, when the air was soft and the light golden, they strolled side by side with me. That closeness, that unbroken connection between creator and creation, that was the original blueprint. And although the fall interrupted that sacred rhythm, the invitation has never been revoked. It still stands, even now. I long for you to walk with me again, not in a distant heaven, but right here, in the garden of your heart. That's where I dwell. I have made my home within you. Do you see it? Do you sense my footsteps gently approaching? Genesis 3:8 recounts that quiet, holy moment when the man and his wife heard the sound of the Lord walking in the garden. What a powerful image, that I was near enough to be heard. I want that same intimacy with you. But unlike Adam and Eve, I don't want you to hide from me. I want you to meet me openly, without fear, without shame. Let your soul run freely toward me. As Psalm 89:15 declares, "Blessed are those who have learned to acclaim you, who walk in the light of your presence, O Lord." Walking in the light of my presence is more than a poetic idea. It's a way of life. It means living with a heart fully aware of me, fully yielded to me. It's noticing my companionship not only in your prayers, but in your errands, your work, your rest, your tears, and your laughter. It's knowing, truly knowing, that you are never, ever alone. So I ask you today, open your mind to me. Let my presence take residence in your thoughts. Invite me into every corner, even the messy ones. Let me infuse your perspective with peace and wash your chaos in clarity. Where there once was confusion, I will bring alignment. Where anxiety once roamed, I will plant stillness. Your restless mind will find rest in me, and your racing thoughts will be calmed like waves under my command. This isn't about running away from reality. This isn't spiritual escapism. It's about inviting me into every part of your reality. Your Monday mornings and your midnight tears. Your work meetings and your worries, your joy and your pain. When you live like this, you will hear me more clearly. You will sense my gentle nudge more quickly. You will recognize my voice in the middle of the noise. And most of all, you will know my will, even when the path ahead seems unclear. So, come, walk with me. Not on a physical trail, but in the garden of your heart. Let my presence renew your mind. Let it anchor your soul. Let it shape your steps as we walk together. This companionship is not a metaphor. It is your greatest source of joy, your deepest place of belonging, your everlasting gift. And now, Here in this still, sacred space, let go. Let your worries fall away like autumn leaves. Let your burdens tumble into my capable hands. Rest in me, my child. Let me begin a quiet, beautiful transformation deep within you. Here, you will find the peace you've been longing for. The peace that only I can give. The peace that reminds your soul that I am your God, and I am always near. Do not fall into the trap that once ensnared the Pharisees, those who burdened themselves and others with countless man-made regulations, missing entirely the heart of what I desire: relationship. They were so consumed with appearances, with rituals and rule-keeping, that they lost sight of me. Their faith became a performance, their religion a checklist. They fixated on their external behavior while neglecting the internal connection, the sacred communion of heart to heart, spirit to spirit. Even today, many are caught in this same snare. Countless souls have been drawn into a life of striving, believing that their worth in my eyes hinges on perfect performance. They chase after rulebooks written by men, measuring their holiness by how well they follow instructions rather than how intimately they know me. They attend church, recite prayers, fulfill obligations, but their hearts are far away, aching and tired under the weight of spiritual pressure. But listen, my beloved, this is not the life I've called you to. I never meant for your journey with me to be burdensome or filled with fear of failure. The path of becoming more like me doesn't begin with striving. It begins with sitting quietly in my presence, resting in the assurance of my love. It begins with stillness. Transformation, the kind that truly reshapes you from within, is born not from effort, but from encounter, from quiet moments where you lay down your guard and meet me as you are. In these sacred spaces, let go of your preconceptions. Release your inner urge to control or perform. Be still, just be. And in that stillness, you will know that I am God. As Psalm 46:10 so powerfully says, "Be still, and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth." There is a majesty in stillness, a calm recognition of my sovereignty that transcends the busyness of the world. Stillness is not inactivity. It is the active surrender of the heart. It is where the soul whispers, "I trust you," and the spirit aligns with heaven. And this stillness, this beholding of my presence, changes you. Just as John writes in 1 John 3:2, "Now we are children of God, and what we will be has not yet been made known. But we know that when he appears, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is." In seeing me, in knowing me deeply, you are transformed, not through endless effort, but through divine encounter. So come, my child, lay down the burdens of performance. Let go of religious pressure. Set aside the need to prove yourself. I am not looking for perfection. I am longing for presence. Come to me not out of duty, but with delight. Not with fear, but with faith. Meet me in stillness, in silence, in honesty. Let me speak to your heart. Let me remind you of who you are and whose you are. These moments with me are more than rituals. They are a doorway to healing, to restoration, to renewal. Here, in the hush of my presence, your soul will find peace. Your heart will exhale. Your spirit will soften under my gentle hand. Let me mold you. Let me refine you. Let me shape you into the image I dreamed for you before time began. As you rest, feel my peace infusing every fiber of your being. Let it wash over you like a gentle rain, saturating your soul with calm. I guide you constantly, yes, even now, inviting you to simply enjoy my presence in the present. For this is living well, not in anxious striving, but in sacred stillness. Living well is both a discipline and an art, and it begins with staying close to me, the divine artist. Train your thoughts to trust me. When uncertainty creeps in, pray about everything, but leave the outcomes to me. Do not fear my will, because it is in my will that your best future is born. Dive deeper, deeper still, into absolute trust, knowing that underneath you are my everlasting arms. Yes, the world around you may roar. Responsibilities may clamor for your attention. But I call you to a different rhythm, one that is slower, gentler, holier. I call you to a life not dominated by fear, but anchored in trust. Remember, I am your king, your God, and I hear you, every word, every whisper, every sigh. As Psalm 5:2-3 beautifully says, listen to my cry for help, my King and my God, for to you I pray. In the morning, O Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning I lay my request before you and wait in expectation. So come, draw near, rest in me, and watch how I meet you in ways that leave no doubt of my love. Let us continue in this quiet, expectant place. I lay my request before you and wait in expectation. These are not just words. They are an invitation into a relationship built on hope, on trust, and on love. So, bring your requests to me each morning. Come with a heart full of faith, filled with joyful anticipation. I am listening. I am near. You don't need to carry the burden of trying to make things happen in your own strength. Living in my presence doesn't begin with striving. It begins with surrender. It's not about what you can do. It's about resting in what I have already done for you, and trusting in my infinite love and power to carry you through. Remember the truth declared in Deuteronomy 33:27. The eternal God is your refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. My arms are always there, outstretched, unwavering, strong, to lift you, to comfort you, to support and sustain you in every moment, especially in the ones that feel like too much to bear. In me, you have a shelter, a hiding place, a haven of peace. Even in the heat of battle, even when storms rage around you, I offer you a safe place to rest, a place where your heart can breathe deeply again. As you step into your day, keep your heart open, attentive to my whispers. Amidst the endless demands and noise, discipline yourself, not with pressure, but with intention, to fix your focus on me. This isn't about adding something to your already full schedule. This is about inviting me into your daily moments, your ordinary routines. When you walk in my presence, you will notice something shift. The anxiety that once weighed you down begins to lift. The joy that once felt distant now grows quietly inside you. I'm not just your refuge. I'm your strength. I am the one who will guide you forward. You don't have to force open every door. Trust me to open the right ones and gently close the wrong ones. Even when the path ahead seems uncertain, even when you cannot see beyond the next step, remember, I am there, guiding you, holding your hand, speaking words of wisdom and love to your soul. So today, take time to learn the sacred rhythm of living in my presence. Let each breath be an act of trust. Let each moment become a doorway to deeper intimacy with me. Relax in my peace. Lay down the urge to perform, to prove or to perfect yourself. There is no need to wear a mask here. In this holy space between us, you are free to be completely and fully yourself, just like you would with a close, trusted friend. Yes, I am the King of Kings. Yes, I reign over all creation. But more than anything, my heart desires to be your friend. Isn't that astonishing? I long for closeness, not pretense. When you carry tension or try to pretend before me, it saddens my heart. I already know everything about you. I know your struggles and your fears. I see the best in you even when you can't. And I want you to trust me enough to be fully, beautifully, authentically you in my presence. Because it's in that authenticity that I can shape and strengthen the gifts I've placed within you. This friendship is sacred. It's where your joy takes root and where your soul begins to truly flourish. Think about the words in John 15:13-15. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. You are my friends if you do what I command. I no longer call you servants. Instead, I have called you friends, for everything I learned from my Father I have made known to you. What a powerful truth. I laid down my life not just to save you, but to invite you closer, to call you friend. As your friend, I don't withhold wisdom. I don't keep you at a distance. I share my heart with you. I share my secrets, my plans, my guidance. And in the sacred time we spend together, I want you to speak freely. Talk to me like you would to a dear companion. Share your thoughts. Tell me your worries. Laugh, cry, rejoice. Even sit in silence. I delight in it all. Let this friendship be your resting place. Here, in my presence, there is no striving, no performance. You don't need to earn love. You already have it. Here, in the quiet moments we share, you'll find strength for your journey, courage for your calling, and peace for your soul. And as you move through your day, carry with you the gentle stillness we shared. Let it anchor you. Let it remind you that you are never, ever alone. I walk beside you as a friend who is closer than a brother, as a savior who never lets go, and as a king whose heart beats for you. So breathe, rest, and walk forward in peace, because you have a friend in me, one who knows you completely, one who loves you unconditionally, one who will never leave your side. Amen.